Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the #4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will put total leather and we'll get started. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out. Here's the handoff. Runs through a tackle. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle.
Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Moore will throw. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Buys a little time. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the right. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Oregon! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to...
Oh, they're faking it. After the third down incompletion, the punt unit is on the field. He's not even going to get close, knocked out of bounds well behind the first down marker. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Whittington. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of that.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Hold and fire complete. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Unloads quickly. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will tie the game. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He gets it into the end zone, and he runs it in on the fake to take the lead. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. On the move. He's not going to get there as the defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion attempt, and it remains a 5-point game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Quick release by the QB. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on first down from the 40.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take... Oh, he's got some space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Dropping back. The fake, and he wants to throw.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it along the sideline. Off and running. Past the 20. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Incomplete. That one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big play. Get the six. Get the pick six.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. The RPO, it's complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quick release on the RPO. They run him out of bounds. He gets him to the 47.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Going to take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell.
Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will put total revenue to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Moore to the air. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ballgame.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you've got to find him in the passing game.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They would die.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Gets it out fast. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Throws for the tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires into the end zone. He makes a grab. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Release to the back. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Sayed. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the RPO, complete. Looking for room at the 25. Wide open on the right. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together.
He's got it at the 25. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense.
Touchdown, Oregon! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone. because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To throw, it's Sayin. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got him this time. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, you always got to love this offense picking up so many first downs. It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Grabbed over the middle, it's Tate. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Motion from the back. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sayin. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Sends it downfield. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Give to the back. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass.
Lets it fly. Holds it in on the left. Running free. And he eluded the defense, and he'll
passing touchdowns in this game.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Moore will throw. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Catch inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Keep spinning the beam like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10,000-yard passer in Oregon history.
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's what they want their teams to be every single week.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Got his man quickly. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
Man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down.
He might want another play. Moore to the air. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Oregon. And the comeback is on. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the ground, it's Peoples. Got enough for the first down and once more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Everybody and their brother showing blips. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And some room to work. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Moore will throw. He spins that thing down the middle. And make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes a grab on the shot. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Ducks! And here they come, almost all the way back. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Gets open down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
The give, and Tick, 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 tick. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Sayin. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust. That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Running into the open space. Turning it on. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Next going for the goal line. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game, Pollard. Let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him.
Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points. of loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Great job there by the receiver. Right, you got your opponent here on the road. You're not caught off guard on the opening kick of the game. You're able to fall on it, and now your offense has the ball in great field position. You have got to make them pay for that gamble.
Quarterback making adjustments. Moore to the air. He's going to take a shot. He's got it. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes in front.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try to get outside. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Grab near the marker is Horton. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Throws to the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. And that's going to open up your running game later on.
The sure hands, it's Miller. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Touchdown time! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He gets a block. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he added the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Out of bounds at the 38, and a really nice return there sets up the offense. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
To the air, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Young. Oh, what a cut! Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
Miller with the ball. Just ran over it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Snap it to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
Snagged in the middle. It's Whittington. Finds a little space. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here, Nonson. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Nice run. Great job by the running back. Making a cut, getting north-south, getting some positive yards. Now setting up a 4th and short decision for you. What do you got on deck? What are you going to call?
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Lowers those pads. He'll work his way down to the 28. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Just keeps swinging it. He makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Benson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore will throw. It's complete to the left. At midfield, he's got room. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get this drive going from the 17. Going right to work up top. Got a man, it's Young. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Bruce.
Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Miller. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this deep.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Uncorks it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Here's the heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby. Boom.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. Holds it in. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Oregon! touch and run for 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll go to the end. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And they're able to make the tackle.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Oregon, 27. Alabama, 14.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.